So I have here two of Yamaha's P series digital pianos. The P in P series standing for portable, which means of course you can pick them up and move them around. They're not very heavy, good for taking out gigging or moving around the house. On my left I have the P35, which has been around for a few years now, but it's just been replaced by the P45. So I'm going to explain the differences between the two and just give you my feelings on the new version against the old version. I'll give you a little flavour of what they both sound like first on ordinary piano. P35 first. Okay, and P45. Both pretty nice. So my first impression of the two pianos side by side, it's probably your first impression as well, is that they look the same. They are in fact identical to look at. They're also the same weight. They have the same amount of keys. It's fully weighted 88 keys. Even the speaker size is the same, and all of the buttons are in the same place as well. You've got the same amount of voices on both. You still cannot record on board either of these pianos. You have to do that elsewhere on your computer or your iPad or your phone or something like that. Two things that have changed are firstly the outputs from these two pianos. If you are into recording and you're doing it on your laptop or your computer, you would have to have taken either a 1/4 inch jack from the P35 or a MIDI in and out connection. On the P45 however, you've still got the 1/4 inch jack, but you now have USB. So it's a bit more of a modern way of doing things. You can take a USB connection from this and carry the MIDI signal through to a computer. So the most significant thing to change from the old version to the new version for me is the polyphony number. It was 32 on the P35. On the new version it's been doubled. It's now 64 note polyphony. A quick summary of what polyphony means: it's the amount of notes that you can play at the same time. And you might think, well, I only have 10 fingers, so surely I can only play 10 notes at the same time. Well, that's not quite right, because when you put your foot on the sustain pedal, you're going to actually play many, many more notes than just your 10 fingers. For example, because my foot was on the pedal there, the notes I played right at the beginning are still playing as I'm adding extra notes, and the amount of notes you're actually producing quickly adds up. The lower the polyphony number, the faster those original notes will decay as you put more on top. So what you find with a keyboard that has a higher polyphony number is you just get more expression, you can put a bit more feeling into it. So the fact that it's been doubled from that one to that one is a very big thing, not insignificant at all. So if you currently own a P35, is it worth upgrading to a P45? I wouldn't say so, no. But if you're looking at buying your first portable piano and you could still buy the P35, my feeling is still go for the P45, particularly if you're into playing the piano sound, because you can just get more feeling from it, a bit more colour. It's like a painter having access to more shades of a colour in their palette. That's what you get when the polyphony has been doubled. So I'll play the two of them side by side. The only real difference you'll hear is in the piano sound. So I won't do the other voices on here. We do have extra things. Just to give an example, we've got electric piano, which is quite nice. Electric piano strings as well. Can combine them as well. We do have a demo on the P35 you can watch in one of our other videos, but if I press strings and piano together at the same time, we get this nice cinematic effect. still one of the first times I've played on P45, and it really is an improvement in the piano over the P35. You can just get a bit more expression from it. So if you want to hear the P35, here we go. So this is on straightforward piano. The volumes are set exactly the same. Piano and strings. And it's okay. I really can't criticise it, because I've had so many young players come to me for lessons, and they're using that piano, so I can't criticise it at all. But for me, playing the two side by side, I think the P45, it's just got a growl in the lower end. It just comes through a little bit better. And if I had to take one out to gig, it would have to be P45. Now, stands to put them on. Here I've got them on the double X-frame stands, a bit like ironing boards, and you can get those from about £25 to £50 on our website. You can get also a slightly neater looking wooden stand for them both as well, the price of which is about £90, and that's just wooden legs on the side. And if you're having it in a home, it looks a little bit neater, I have to say, but you can't fold it up flat like you can with the double X stands. So my final verdict on them, P35, very good piano, and if you've got one you should probably keep it. But if you're looking for your first one, the P45, it actually is quite an improvement on its predecessor. It's not a great big jump, but if you're into playing piano, it's going to give you more. I think it's a better instrument. At the moment, price on them is £339. That's liable to change. It might go up, it might go down a little bit, but at the minute it's £339, and it comes with a music rester slot in the top, a sustain pedal on the floor, a manual, and the power adapter as well. I've done an unboxing video. If you have a look at one of our other videos on this channel, you can see that. But it's everything you need to get going. And P45, good piano, and bye-bye to P35. So have a look on our website, ePianos.co.uk, for the latest deals on Yamaha keyboards and pianos. We quite often do deals where you can buy the keyboard with all the extra things you need, like a stand and headphones and bits and pieces like that, or you can just buy the keyboards on their own as well. Go and have a look, and thanks for watching.